Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I am thrilled to share with you a kickoff of a brand new series on my channel called the Kindness Campaign. I have been thinking about this forever and ever, and I thought, what a better way to spread kindness than this back to school season. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how you can make sure that school is a kind place for the next school year. Every week for the next 10 weeks, I'm going to be giving you kindness tips and tricks that you can use with parents, with other teachers, with students, with support staff, and so much more. So be sure to check back every Monday to see what we have going on with the Kindness Campaign. And if you're interested in one of these shirts, you can just click down in the description bar below and get one sent directly to you to spread kindness everywhere. All right, so here are my 5 tips on making sure that this school year is as kind as it could be. I feel like it's really important to do a lot of self-reflection when it comes to kindness, because oftentimes we look for kindness in other people, but we don't use it ourselves. So the first tip that I can give you when it comes to being kind is to ball up the negativity and throw it away. Yes, ball it up, pretend it's a piece of paper, and throw it away. I got this from a friend that was in high school, and he used to say that all the time. Like anytime anyone was negative, he was like, ball up that negativity and throw it in the trash. That is such great advice. So let's talk about how you can do that for just a second. One way that I like to ball up the negativity is to remove myself from negative people. There are so many negative people in this world, and if you center yourself around them, then it just is inevitable that you'll become negative too. I'm not saying that you need to eliminate these people from your life completely, but I am saying don't focus all of your attention on them. This happens most on social media. Let's get real, folks. Facebook is not the real world, nor is Instagram or Snapchat or whatever other social media avenues that you spend a lot of your time on. If you're in a Facebook group and every single post or 90% of the posts that you see are negative and they're tearing somebody down, even if it's not in a direct way, but if it's in a roundabout way, remove yourself from that group and see how much your life changes for the better. I was spending countless time on a Facebook group that was tearing me down, that was making me sad, that made me feel inadequate. And once I deleted myself from that group, I tell you what, it is a liberating feeling. If you have friends on social media that constantly say negative things, either unfriend them or hide their post. Even if they're not necessarily about you, when people are talking negatively about people in general, no matter who it is, then sometimes it's just better if you remove yourself from those situations so you don't feel like you're going to get sucked into being negative all the time as well. The next thing that I like to do is to give out kindness cards. Now, I used to do this a lot whenever I was the beginning of my teaching career, and it made me feel so good inside, and I've kind of gotten away from that. So this year I've decided to turn over a new leaf. One teacher at my school, the computer teacher, does a wonderful thing, and she sends out letters. She gets her students to type up letters to their favorite teacher and to say something nice about them. I have a book of letters now for the last 7 years from some of my absolute favorite students. I mean, we don't have favorite, but you know what I mean. It's telling me how much I mean to them. I can't tell you how that random act of kindness has changed my perspective on a day when it wasn't that great. I remember going to my box, not realizing that those letters were going to be there, grabbing them and starting reading them and honestly crying because I was having a horrible day, or I thought that my job didn't matter, or there's just no telling. It's amazing what a small random act of kindness can do for somebody, especially if they're really at a low point. So one way that I used to do this with fellow colleagues was to write a quick little thank you note on some cute little stationery. But I decided to kind of switch it up a little bit, and it's much easier for all of us as teachers to do things digitally nowadays. So I've created these awesome, fun little kindness cards that you can send digitally through email. I'll link them down in the description bar below, but basically you just scroll through and you pick whatever kindness card that you like. They're all succulent themed because I know that's popular this year, or it is in my classroom. And then there are tons of fun tags like unstoppable, dream big, I hope you have a good day, I owe you, thinking of you, get well soon. All of these things are different tags or slogans that you can put on your kindness card. You drag them and drop them, and then you just insert a quick little thank you note or a quick little thinking of you note and send it through email electronically. That is such a great way to send kindness. It's super easy, and it's just something that can change somebody's outlook on an entire day. All right, number 3 on our list is inspirational words. Now, words can be read or they can be heard, and one way that I like to provide inspirational words in my day is through a podcast. Some of you maybe read audiobooks. I know that Audible is a wonderful source for that, and other people may actually love to read. I love to read, but I don't find that I have enough time as I used to read. So what I do is during my planning period, I always bring my headphones to school. Sometimes I go for a walk. If I don't, when I'm grading papers or I'm in class or if I have a little extra time in between meetings, then I will listen to an inspirational podcast. There are so many different options. I'll link some down in the description bar below. But some of my favorite audiobooks are one of my favorite audiobooks of all time. If you follow me on Instagram, you've definitely seen that. My Instagram name is right here. Kayse Moore is teaching on less. And it's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, I know you may be thinking, what does this have to do with kindness? But if you listen to all the words that Stephen Covey says, I encourage you to download the audiobook because he reads it and his voice is so engaging and it's so entertaining. And I truly believe that all of those habits of highly effective people are certain ways that we can spread kindness. If you have other suggestions for books for our fellow teachers, go ahead and post them down in the comments section down below so we can kind of continue our conversation on books that will help us become more kind. All right, and the 4th on our list of how to spread kindness for the kindness campaign is to smile. I know that sounds so dumb, but try it. If you smile, you can change attitudes. In my classroom, if I have a student that's mad with me, which happens, it happens, teachers, then I just put on a really happy face. And I'm like, hi, are you mad with me? Or, yes, you do have silent lunch. Or, yes, I am gonna call your mom today, or something like that. If you're stressed out or if a student has rubbed you the wrong way, even if it is a bad situation, if you smile, it can really change the dynamic. I think oftentimes our students really get worked up when they see that they have changed our attitude and they see that they have gotten under our skin. Students do not get under my skin, ever, period. And that's hard to say when you teach 8th graders, because 8th graders at times can be super sassy and can be super quick to say things when they're out of anger, even if they don't mean them. And I used to take it personally, and I used to take it to heart. Now I realize that they're kids. They are going through all of these changes in life. They have these raging hormones. They are full of emotion. They are overly emotional in so many different ways. And if they yell or if they get mad and they respond quickly to something, you give them a big smile, tell them you understand, and tell them it'll all be okay in a few minutes. Just talk to me when you're not mad. And I promise you can change the dynamic. Another way to do this is with your colleagues. Whenever they're being negative, give them a big smile, tell them that you hope their day gets better, and just walk away. Remember, we're bottling up the negativity, and we are throwing it away for this kindness campaign. And last but not least on our list for things that can improve our kindness this back to school year is to reflect. I think reflection is so important because oftentimes we think we are being kind, but we really aren't. And because of the people that we hang around, we just assume that that's the way that we're supposed to be because these people are good people in the community. These people do what they're supposed to do. I can't tell you how far that is from the truth. If people are supposed to be good, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are. You are the judge of people. You can decide for yourself, are these people kind? Are they doing things for others out of the goodness of their heart? Or are they doing things for others so they can be seen, so they can be talked about? Are they doing things for others via social media so people assume that they're good? Or are you seeing them stop on the side of the road to help somebody? Do you see them at school bending over to help a student? Little things throughout people's day really show a good judge of their character and if kindness is something that is centered around their entire life. So I encourage you to take time in your day to reflect, to see if you are kind by just sending a quick note or if you are kind in all aspects of your day, not just in 2 seconds of your day. I hope you've enjoyed this video on the kindness campaign. We are kicking this off today, and remember, every Monday for the next 10 weeks, we're going to be doing some back to school fun kindness campaigns with different people at your school, like your support staff, your principal, your assistant principal, the secretaries, your parents, teachers, colleagues, so students, of course. There are so many ways that we can spread kindness throughout our school, and I can't wait to share more of them with you. There are going to be other t-shirt offers that spread kindness that you can jump on as soon as they are available. And I'll also be offering tons of freebies on my YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of this channel, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.